Hey everybody, good day, good energy to y'all. So I just want to talk a little bit about some things in my past, and it's in regards to rehabilitation. So, when I was in high school, um, I know what it's like, to run through the halls or walk through the halls and, you know, be consumed with a desire to, want to destroy everything, all the people, the buildings, just the whole concept that I was perceiving at the time. I wanted to annihilate, obliterate, and destroy, you know, with the intention of, it felt like it was a righteous intention. Like this wasn't good, this wasn't right, this was not something that needs to stay, you know. Um, and that fire fueled me for a long time. So I know what it's like, to want to be consumed by hate. I know what it's like to want to kill. I know what it's like to want to run away and be disgusted by everything that you see. I've lived in that state for a long time, you know. And so I felt like making this video and sharing these things with you guys because I was watching um, Santos Bonacci, and he's doing a series on the Syncretism Society that they're working on, and I see a lot of good things there. One thing, however, I did notice that I wanted to talk about was, he they mentioned that the New World Order, they are planning, or they are speaking about their plans on, coming forth with, I don't know, I guess more of their New World Order. And he responded with, talking about who they were as, evil entities and soulless beings and this and that. And I don't really know for sure. Um, you know, I think anything that's able to, live and move and breathe and things of that nature, have some, based on the laws of this reality, we all are exchanging all the time. Even a computer, you can program it a certain way. So I believe in the ability to change, and that seems to be the one constant in this universe. So, as far as I'm concerned, with my connection to the Most Highs, you know, unless, it is to defend yourselves, then there is no good reason to execute people. I am here to help teach. I am here to help lead a different way of living, and a lot of that has to do with the way we deal with quote unquote criminals and people who are sick. Because all these psychopaths, they're sick people, they're inverted, they've gone backwards, they really need help, they really do need love. I know it sounds corny as shit, and that's fine. A lot of people I think people who are offended or find love is corny or really because they're having trouble loving themselves, but that's is what it is. It's just my opinion. So, but back to, my ideas on rehabilitation and concerns to, Santos Bonacci's ideas on decapitating, these individuals after they've been processed by a court and all that. I get where he's coming from. He's trying to, these people are killing, kids and animals and babies and all these things. So, he wants to take them out, I was under a similar mentality at one time. What I've come to learn, though, is, if you really are trying to help cultivate creation, and help things grow anew, because you have to realize just decapitating these people, you aren't really changing anything. You're just sending them back with the same form that they were in. But if you take this opportunity, if we are able to seize the power and take them away from their powerful seats and positions of propaganda and, the ability to push forth fear and all this pain and negativity and sin and craziness on the population, if you can take that away, and put them in a place to where they're, away from us, where they're going to have to feel, the pains that they've caused on others, because it's all going to come back to them. But we can be that shining example of love and light, you know, over here, and they'll have to go wherever they have to go, because their energy vibration literally will not be able to be around us. They have done it to themselves, but doesn't mean they can't change. Things happen slowly over time. And once our energy gets right, once our blood gets right, and once we are, doing right with love and how we're supposed to be, and detaching truly from, these satanic cities, because a lot of the reasons why these people have the powers is, again, it goes back to us continuously perpetuating these systems by buying into these routines every single day. So again, if we're trying to make a real big difference and fight this spiritual battle, the best thing we can do is start taking actions that are in line with spirituality, with love, with what is the most right thing to do. When you're living under an evil empire, the best thing to do is to leave that evil empire. When they've gotten enough control, you got to kind of like, yeah, they did it. They were successful in their ability to, conquer the American government. It is what it is. I think a lot of people don't want to admit it, how bad it really is, but it's bad. Like, the FBI doesn't care. Some they don't care, it's just they've all sold out. Like, Hollywood's all sold out. Like, the government, it's they're openly talking about the New World Order coming in. They were able to put forth this COVID vaccine, whether it's real or not. They've pushed it all over the world successfully, and it's done a lot of damage, it's in a number of different ways, and they are not talking about any of the natural, holistic ways of healing these things with very simple herbs and remedies and activities. It's all for a reason. It's a weapon that they're using. It's fear. It's fear-based trauma that they're inducing on us, and they're also keeping us scared by staying inside. So for me, it simply is just to flip the script on them and stop being afraid, stop being inside, stop buying into all their pharmaceutical nonsense, stop subscribing to all their fear propaganda and porn, and come together out in nature where we're protected, where we have everything that we need, where we can get away from our fears and get in touch with our, celestial selves and our healthy selves. Get away from the toxicities, learn to heal ourselves. So sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but I really wanted to come on here and just express that, suicide, I've dealt with, not really recently, I've had suicide tendencies, but as a younger person, yeah, I thought about killing myself. And I've had a lot of friends who've had issues with suicide throughout the years. So I'm got a little bit of experience with it. The one thing that I've always come around to is there's a lesson to learn. Okay, some people, they've got it, it just becomes too much and they got to go. That's fine. But, I want to try to encourage people to, stick around, and to realize also, just by killing yourself, I think isn't really going to end or solve your problems. It's really just going to put you into another place where you're going to have to learn the same type of stuff again, except now you're going to have to deal with the karma of, like, destroying your temple, which was a gift that, creation gave you to experience and, interact and enjoy this life. We do create our own heaven and hells. I know what it's like to live in a state of constant misery and sorrow. I also know what it's like to be a pretty happy dude, all the time. It's all about what you do with your life and how you go about doing it, and how much you really care for yourself and others. A lot of this self-help talk and just worrying about yourself and all this self-love, like, yeah, that's all good and dandy, but don't get too caught up in it. To be satanic is to be all about yourself. So, people, and I think that's one of the ways the enemy has kept us from helping out each other and reaching out to each other, is by pushing this self-love propaganda, in such a powerful way. But how many people are really talking about helping other people, and how powerful that is? And how also, when you begin to help other people, you're also helping yourself. There's a therapy in this. There's a rehabilitation in helping others. And this is also what I think is imperative for these elites. They need to help others. They don't need to be taken out. They don't need to be killed. They don't need any of these things. They need help. They need to learn this lesson. And I think enough of us powerful spiritual beings are here to overpower them spiritually. But we have to be doing things the right way. We have to come together and collectively harness our energies in a particular area so that we have enough momentum to start pushing things in our direction, and we will be able to energetically, vibrationally repel them. and start to send the messages of love and forgiveness and of mercy and of teaching and of healing from a position of power, though. We are taking the power back, but we're going to use it the right way, and we're not going to go seeking vengeance. That is not the right way. Violence begets violence. So, we're here to rehabilitate. The whole way the prison system is designed, no, that needs to go. We're not going to lock people up in cells. We're going to help develop rehabilitative works and therapies and, just help them learn the lessons that they need to learn to get over the shit that they've been fucking, doing for so long. We do what we can, if it's time. So anyways, yeah, I just want to come on here and, share, some of my experiences and my ideas with you guys. And yeah, so I think that's it. All right, love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.